Well, inside the second half now of the SportsMax Zone for this Wednesday, and today marks 100 days to the start of the Olympic Games in Tokyo. And in today's Olympic Corner, we'll hear from the organizing committee about their state of readiness for the start of the action.
In today's Olympic Corner update, today marks 100 days until the Olympic Games in Tokyo, and the organizing committee unveiled a giant set of Olympic rings on top of Mount Takao located in Tokyo, and statues of the Olympic and Paralympic mascots at the Tokyo Metropolitan Government headquarters. As the best prepared Olympic city in history, the priority for Tokyo over the coming weeks will remain COVID-19 countermeasure planning. A key component of this will be the publication of the second edition of the stakeholder playbooks later this month, which will further detail the guidelines to be followed at Games time. With more than 65% of the athletes now qualified for the Games, only a few Olympic qualification events remain. Some of those will be part of the final test event program taking place in Tokyo 2020's venues between now and the Games. Today is an important milestone which will help to grow the excitement in Japan and across the world as the Games approach. This comes in addition to the ongoing Olympic torch relay, which is well received in each location it passes through. The Olympic flame will continue its journey over the next 100 days across the country's 47 prefectures before reaching the Olympic Stadium in Tokyo for the opening ceremony on July 23. That's it for today's Olympic Corner. Remember to watch the SportsMax Zone for your daily Olympic updates.
"100 days to the Olympic Games in Tokyo," and Mariah and George, last year at this time, we would have already known about two and a half weeks ago that the Olympics had been postponed because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Problems still abound because the IOC very regularly locked in meetings and plans to try to ensure that they can get the games on successfully and safely, but not the kind of build-up that I'm sure the IOC nor the Japanese organizers had wanted.
Definitely not what they wanted, Lance, but based on the times that we are in, I'm happy that we actually have a build-up 100 days, and I'm actually very excited. I had a part to play in the feature that we're putting together at SportsMax. I know you also did a part, and I felt like that sort of set the tone, because there will be a lot of work from our end that we have to get done behind the scenes, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, George, we have become accustomed here in the Caribbean to see a lot more from the standpoint of performances and medals from the region. But to be quite honest, the Caribbean has been more badly affected than many other places in the world regarding our infrastructure and our ability to keep sports going. Glenn Mills, the outstanding veteran coach who prepared Usain Bolt for the phenomenal performances that he delivered, told local media this week, the Television Jamaica, that he is very worried about the preparation of certainly the track and field athletes. And I know outside of Jamaica, there are also issues with local-based athletes not having the kind of platform that they need to get themselves ready.
Yeah, Glenn is absolutely correct. The sentiment he expressed was that athletes are going into these games severely undercooked, and I agree with him 100%. And it's a strange thing when you're having an event such as the Olympics, which every developed country wants. This time, very few people in Japan want it, because the latest survey shows that when you combine the negative reactions or negative sentiments about the Olympics, 72% don't want the Olympics to be held in Tokyo. And what is scary is that when you look at a country like the Britain, for example, Britain has vaccinated 50% of its population of about 67 million. And then you look at a country like the United States, 300 plus million, the vaccination percentage there is almost the same. Japan has vaccinated 1%. So 50% in Britain, 50% in the USA, 1% in Japan. That's astonishing.
Yeah.
And that's why people are saying, no, you have people on the streets protesting that they don't want the Olympics here. And it's not like the usual country where political forces organize their people to take to the streets to try to destabilize and embarrass the government in the hope that public sentiment sways against the government and suddenly their party gets in vogue and is poised to win the next election.
Right.
The Japanese culture is not quite that. People out protesting, saying no to the Olympics, are regular citizens who are saying, what?
Yes.
With the COVID situation as it is here, hundreds of new cases in
Life
particular
and death.
provinces. Why is it that we're having this thing? And that's a big negative against the games, which I hope can be cobbled together and go on.
Yeah, so we await the daily stories because every day the IOC issues a story on the build-up for the Olympics. But as we said, today marks 100 days to Tokyo, and the SportsMax will be keeping you fully informed. And of course, coverage will be on SportsMax for the Olympic Games as well. We go to break with a reminder that coming up at 6 o'clock Jamaica time, 7 o'clock in the Eastern Caribbean, the latest edition of On the Line with Alex Jordan and the featured interviewee today, Carrie Russell, former 4x100 meter gold medalist for Jamaica in the sprints. She's now gone Winter Olympic style and she'll be in bobsled.